What up? What up? What up? It's Rec League Podcast, man. My name is Randy Little. I do my best to contain the conversation. We go off the rails, bro. It is Rec League. We that is by definition. We not professionals. We just like chopping it up, waxing cinematic every other week. If you new to this, I appreciate you for checking us out. If you've been around, I appreciate you for staying with us. It's me, it's Nick, it's Sig, and we are talking about the recently, hopefully, concluded Strangers trilogy, and it is a thing. I mean, there's probably some laughs in there. There's a lot of why do these movies exist? That is my major question with all of this. Like, why did these movies need to be made? Lionsgate got the rights, wanted to milk the property, and that's what it boils down to. No matter where in the world you watching, it's all love, it's all appreciated. 1 star, 5 star, thumbs up, thumbs down, show us some kind of reaction. Recently in the movie theater, as I said, the weekend of February the 6th, we got The Strangers Chapter 3. This current weekend, Crime 101, GOAT, Wuthering Heights all came out. You can check 2 of those reviews on my personal YouTube channel. The weekend of the 20th, major weekend over here. I Can Only Imagine 2 comes out, and How to Make a Killing with Glenn Powell. The weekend of the 27th of February, next podcast episode weekend, we got Scream 7. Something I am insanely excited to see. On physical media, let's go to Tuesday, February the 3rd. Friday the 13th, Part 2, got a 4K. Keeper from Osgood Perkins, I think starring Tatiana Maslany, came out. I see a Friday the 13th 4K from Arrow. Bro, Arrow got Friday the 13th rights. Paramount is still putting their own copies out. Shout, Scream Factory got rights. I see a 50 Shades 4K box set. This past Tuesday, I see a 7 4K re-release, a Cruel Intentions Blu-ray, a Woman Under the Influence Criterion. What is Black Scarab? Is that like a dollar store Blue Beetle? Man, not a lot came out on the 10th. Well, nothing really comes out in February at all, except for this upcoming Tuesday, the 17th, where we got Ben-Hur on 4K, All the President's Men, Nightcrawler is getting a steelbook, Predator Badlands is coming out, Sisu, Road to Revenge, Small Soldiers is getting a 4K, Dexter Resurrection on Blu-ray, Rental Family, Five Nights at Freddy's 2, Silent Night, Deadly Night remake is coming out. Now You See Me, Now You Don't. Looks like 4Ks are already getting re-released. Like, that's crazy. Like, Mean Girls is getting a 4K re-release. The Doors is getting a steelbook. Regretting You, probably the big title this week I'm not buying. And then the Tuesday before the next episode, I see Excalibur from Arrow, Tank Girl's getting a 4K. The Man Who Wasn't There on Criterion. I might creep on to come up and grab that. Man, that's kind of it. There's a Richard Pryor stand-up getting a 4K, a True Romance re-release, Network Criterion, but like no new releases. Like everything is an upgrade or some kind of boutique label. And then, man, I want to talk, man. There's a major thing March the 3rd that I'm so excited. Like, I'm not gonna sit and just watch it, but I'm just so excited to have it. When I get back, squad will be in tow, and we will be discussing respectfully quote unquote, discussing the Strangers trilogy. You can see I specified this episode title, Chapter 1. It's Rec League. Back at it. I feel like I forgot to set something up, but we're screen recording, we're audio recording. So fuck it. Eric Sigmund.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Nicholas Goodman. How we doing, fellas?
Great. We still have snow.
Damn, really?
Yeah. It's like a lot of it's melted, but it just won't. It like at night it just stays really cold. So there's still snow and ice on the roads, even though.
How was your enjoyment of the Super Bowl, Nick?
That's the least I've cared about a Super Bowl game in a really long time, and I never care about the game. But
ironically, today's the least I've cared about an NBA All-Star game in a really long time.
I mean, like, usually, I don't know. Like, it could be anything. Like, I will find it, like, it could be, like, the Chiefs are playing. And I'm like, okay, that's Taylor's guy. Cool. Go Chiefs. Like, give me something, anything. I was like, I have nothing. I have zero anything. I, like, napped through the first half. I, like, napped through the commercials. I woke up to the Minions, like, screaming.
That's disappointing.
I was like, oh, new Minions.
Segue. Minions and monsters. I'm in. As stupid as it might be, I'm there.
It looks dumb as shit. It'll make $1 billion.
But it's something since that doesn't make the commercial, at least the movie trailer commercials, excited. They show a little clip, see the full trailer online.
Yeah, fuck you.
They since they've been doing that, I'm like,
they put them online first.
Yeah, and then days before in some cases.
It used to be like you had to tune in. I remember like sitting and watching the whole Super Bowl. Like, where's my Iron Man 3 trailer?
Yes, I was just about to go there.
Out of the plane, and I was like, "This is gonna be the greatest movie."
I remember watching 2013 Super Bowl, either Broncos Seahawks or Pats Seahawks, and that meant geeking the fuck out over the Man of Steel teaser.
Katy Perry. That was a good year. I think it was good.
Yeah.
But we got a huge RIP. James Van Der Beek passed away. Yeah, like it just sucks. We were all hoping he'd pull through.
Yeah,
miracles happen, and it's rough, man. Another thing, it just goes to show in this fucked up ass country how money is more important than life.
Yeah, healthcare,
selling his memorabilia and shit to just pay medical bills and shit, like that fucking sucks. I was never a huge Dawson's Creek guy. Like I put on Instagram the other day, like he had moments where he just elevate whatever he popped up in. How I Met Your Mother.
Check this out, Randy. I don't mean to interrupt.
Rude as fuck.
I'm sorry. But check it out. You as well as I were never a big fan, but it was so huge.
Kevin
you knew
Williamson.
everything about it. You know what I mean? But that's how big of a big deal he was and all that. But I'm sorry, go ahead.
That's what I did at work. I was, I had to tell. I work with a lot of like younger people, and I had to tell them who he was. Like they didn't. And I was like, the Dawson. Like I started the Dawson. And I was like, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. And they were like, I don't know. And I was like, he was famous enough to play himself like so many times and things.
Oh, yeah.
He was on Don't Trust the Bee in Apartment 26.
Which is an underrated sitcom. Right?
He played like an exaggerated version of himself.
Yeah.
He was in the Jay and Silent Bob both movies. He was in Reboot, where he played.
Because they were on the panel with the second one, right?
But I was like, Varsity Blues was like a huge deal. And I was like,
my wife watched it the other day.
I did too.
She never saw it?
No, she had seen it. It's Varsity Blues. You gotta watch it.
I had that 4K, and I was like, I have not fired up this 4K. Perfect time. I hadn't watched it in a while. It'd been a while since I'd seen it.
He carries that shit too.
I love that. That's a great movie.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that was like, if you watch Not Another Teen Movie, like 90% of it is Varsity Blues. I was like, that movie was, it was big, like a big teen movie. We don't really get that the same way.
No.
And yeah, he was the lead of that. There's so many people in that movie.
And part of the amazing cinematic year of 1999 is just like, that was 99, wasn't it? Yeah.
Like January 99.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that was freaking like Jesse Plemons as
He was Paul Walker's
little brother. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's the third person off that team.
Yeah, off the team.
Paul
Walker, of course, and Billy Bob. Yeah, that sucks. Like, stick to the basics. We're a running team. Like, oop-de-oop. Like, oh, man.
I was watching it, and I was like, there are things in Not Another Teen Movie that I get, like, mixed up with. He's like, Coach says it's okay to bleed from the ears. Like, for some reason, I thought something like that happened in Varsity Blues. I was like, nothing really happens in Varsity. He gets, like, the one concussion, and the coach doesn't care, and that's kind of the point of it. It's like, oh, the coach sucks. But it's like, Not Another Teen Movie, they got the concussion countdown.
Now, I know, Nick, you were like 4 in 2000, but
No.
I remember I was fresh out of high school in 2000, and I remember going to see Scary Movie in theaters, and I remember the whole theater lighting up.
Yeah.
During the bedroom scene.
I'm telling you, wrong set.
Yeah. That was
big. Like, I was a little young in its heyday. There were a few shows that were like kind of like had their heyday around the same time, like Buffy, X-Files, all kind of like, and I was like a little young to be like watching them, but they were so.
But did that stop you?
In culture, like they were in the zeitgeist so much that it was just like you knew it or you didn't, you watched it or you didn't. It was a part of it. It was like, oh, Dawson's Creek. Fuck yeah. And you heard the song and it was like Dawson's Creek song. They would refer to people like they'd be like, oh, Pacey, and I'd be like, I know who that is. That's Joshua Jackson from Dawson's Creek. You got memes from Dawson's Creek, him crying.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Like a super serious, like it's like a really sweet scene of him like letting her go, letting Katie.
Yeah, that's got to be one of the top 10 of all time memes.
And then he just starts crying.
The fucking internet makes everything into a joke.
Yeah, that's insane.
In the Rules of Attraction, he technically played Patrick Bateman's brother.
That's what I was telling a girl I work with. I was like, you haven't seen Rules of Attraction? That seems like a movie, like an edgy movie you would like. And she was like, no. I was like, fuck, go home and watch Rules of Attraction. I told the movie guy that I work with. I was like, technically, it's kind of almost sort of a sequel to American Psycho. Not really, but they exist in the... It's like the Get Him to the Greek of American Psycho.
Yeah, that was... Roger Avery movie. That dude. Whew. He had an interesting detour for his career, but y'all can look that up. But anywho.
He looks, with the Wikipedia shot, he looks like a stand-up guy.
Yeah, Roger Avery, co-writer of Pulp Fiction, and the Rules of Attraction director and writer. But I guess what's James Van Der Beek? Varsity Blues is without a doubt his best movie.
I think so.
Probably. I think Rules of Attraction is good.
It's underrated a bit.
He didn't have that big. Like I showed him. Like I really did a whole thing at work. I was like Dawson's Creek, and I like showed him. And I was like, in fairness. I was like, to be fair, to keep it real, I was like, all three of those co-stars went on to kind of have, I guess, like bigger careers. It's like you got like Michelle Williams, like left Dawson's Creek and like Back Mountain, and it was like, okay, cool. And like Katie Holmes, like did Batman. Like Joshua Jackson has stayed relevant. He's like been the lead, like Bridge and like these other TV shows.
Jodie Turner.
Like, but I was like, Van Der Beek was so famous, like in his day, that like for the last 25 years, he's done a lot of things, but he's also like been himself in like so many things, or been able to just cash in on like, oh, James Van Der Beek is in the Power Rangers edgy
Yeah, the short film.
And it was like, yeah, it's because it's Vanderbeek, and he would be on like the Match Game or something like that, and it's like, hey, it's Vanderbeek. I was like, he was never like south of relevant. He was always doing stuff, and from what I understand, he was a super nice guy.
Yeah. He just came off like a genuinely good dude. Like no controversy, no bullshit. Just cashing in on the fame.
Yeah, which is what I would do,
right?
If I was the Dawson. I say that all the time. Like, you're the Dawson. That's what I said the day that I went.
Stupid.
Oh, no.
But man, that's too bad. It's a couple of weeks early. It would have been a nice segue. The guy who created Dawson's Creek.
Mm-hmm. That was Kevin Williamson.
Yeah, that dude is. We'll be talking more about him in the coming weeks. But talk about like quietly successful. Because he's not a household name, you know?
No, but...
And Scream 7 will be on his second movie directing, right?
Oh, we talking about Williamson. I was like, hey, James Vanderbeek is successful.
We just went into...
depend on the generation, I guess.
But no, how long did Dawson's Creek last? 5 seasons?
98 to 03.
The magic number?
It seems like it was on longer than that.
Yeah. But then again, back in that day...
Just a pocket of time.
How many episodes per season?
Yeah, Kevin Williamson also directed Teaching Mrs. Tingle.
Mm-hmm. Originally known as...
Tingle.
Killing Mrs. Tingle.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder how many episodes per season Dawson's Creek. Was it the 22 or...
TV seasons used to legendary be like September, October to May.
Yeah. Friends used to have like 20 to 25 episodes.
Mm-hmm. Do they say the first season only had 13? Well, that's typical with the first season. Second season, goodness gracious.
83.
No. Oh, no, I was reading wrong. They were combining them total. I'm like, 30, 38. Oh, that's going into... Oh, man. Because I remember, to use it as an example, Nick's favorite sitcom, Martin, used to have like 30 episodes per season.
Mm-hmm.
And they would all hit.
Yeah, if y'all got the DVD, like, damn, 30, we were spoiled. Like, man.
Now networks still be trying to do 2 and shit like they streaming. I mean, 10.
Yeah.
That's what I heard, that show Good Omens. I don't know if you ever watched that, but it's Neil Gaiman. So it's like one of those things where it's like, oh, we got to cancel.
Yeah, it's the magic number. They had 22 Dawson's Creek, per season.
Like, I read recently that they're bringing back Good Omens for like a third and final season, but they're saying it's only going to be like one 90-minute episode.
What?
You couldn't make 2 episodes?
Yeah.
2?
That's called a movie.
Yeah, that's just a movie with extra steps.
Oh, man.
Vanderbeek, it sucks. It's like the third like high-profile person that we've had die from cancer in the last like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Catherine O'Hara, which sucks. It's just very unfair. Was my biggest takeaway. I was like, it's just not fair. It's not right.
Yeah. Yeah, but he had it should be easy to find a hell of a, I guess I don't know if it was his last post, but he had an awesome speech about life importance and what his purpose in life being, and he kind of said the same thing Catherine O'Hara said about people expect him like, oh, somebody asked Catherine O'Hara what's her favorite role, and she had the like most fantastic answer, and she said, what?
The next one.
The next one? No, somebody didn't say that, but no, somebody asked her what's her favorite role. She said mother of her children.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And James Vanderbeek had something like that. He's like, just being, I can't paraphrase it, but you have to look it up. It's it had nothing to do with the career. And, outside looking in, we think that's the most important thing when it comes to celebrity. Yeah. I'm like, man, it's really, like, at the end of the day, it's a job. But that's that celebrity worship mentality to a degree. Like, thinking it means everything to them. Like, man, they're people too.
Yeah.
As you can see.
I would have bought it. I'd have just been like, the Dawson.
Stupid.
Dawson.
Oh yeah, but
Mox, second string quarterback. Please.
yeah, but that's a good ass movie. I remember going back to the Varsity Blues. Y'all watched it recently. My buddy had a pickup truck, and remember when they were picking everybody up at the beginning of Varsity Blues?
Yeah.
Scott Conn, when he hops into the truck, he does this move where he hops up and slings himself forward. And of course, because I'm stupid, I tried to do that. It's watching, you'll know what I'm talking about. Nick knows what I'm talking about. Look at Randy, he's like he does like some type of gymnastic move into the back of the truck. I'm just trying to
visualize you doing white people shit.
He's so white. No, that's the country.
He does like the thing, and then he whips his ass out.
Oh no!
And it's like, oh, great.
And then, but no, yeah, R.I.P. James Vanderbeek. That sucks. Very young.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, just profoundly unfair. Like it just is. I'm like, it's not right.
Yeah, and especially with the they won't care, but the healthcare situation. You look into, I'm like, man, he was seemingly. For people that don't know, when you're part of the Screen Actors Guild, it's like I guess it's like real life to a degree, but you have to keep up a certain amount of work to get the benefits. They call it credits, but even then, when you act, supposedly they set aside a fund for you that you could dip into and take out. And I don't know what the procedure was. I guess it ran through it, or he didn't have coverage from the Screen Actors Guild. They gotta, but yeah, that you have to sell off all of your memorabilia and stuff to. Yeah, but I don't know if he's doing experimental stuff, but it still sucks. That you would have to even consider doing that.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But that's my thoughts on that.
So, what are your thoughts on the only other thing that I got on the docket for this episode? Eric, what are your thoughts on these 3 most recent Strangers movies?
So Nick said something in the group chat.
We not talking to Nick yet.
Oh no, I'm gonna quote good old Mr. Goodman. Because
is he that good?
Him and his Uncle John. But man, Rennie Harlin. I saw the original Strangers.
Still unsettlingly scary.
Fantastic movie.
It is very scary. It is, if nothing else.
And I trust a lot of, there's a handful of people that I trust their opinion on. Like, yeah, should I go see this in theaters? Should I go? But Rennie Harlin has the type of career. We discussed this in the group. Like he'll come out with a banger, and then
Bro, he'll come back. That motherfucking movie is like a heart monitor, dog. Boop, boop.
Yes.
Boop, boop.
And I'll tell you, and I'm gonna say that with this. So he did a prison movie, before he had his big American break with A Nightmare on Elm Street 4. I forget the name of that movie, but A Nightmare on Elm Street 4 is one of the better movies in a popular consensus when it comes to the horror movies. But it's not part 3 or part 1. It's better than part 2 and 5.
Yes.
And part 6.
Yes.
Look at it.
Part 6.
What's that, Nick?
It's definitely better than part 6.
Yeah.
Most of the sequels are like more or less on par.
Yeah. But then after Nightmare 4, he comes out with the sequel to one of the best action movies of all time, Die Hard 2. And
it's good.
Die Hard 2 is really good. It's a different style, but different director. And then comes my movie. If I was to subscribe to the guilty pleasure crap, I guess that's what it would be called. The Adventures of Ford Fairlane. Because I was way too young to know who he was, to even be a fan of him. Andrew Dice Clay. People forget how huge this dude was. He was selling out before anybody did it. Before Kevin Hart, before whoever. He was selling out arenas. Oh, no, stadiums. Stadiums are bigger, right? Whichever one is bigger. He was selling those out.
He was doing like Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, he was one of the few comedians, to do that. Like, still, not even 5 comedians have done that. But then Rennie Harlin, they did a movie that it's objectively, narrative-wise, and all that, not the best movie, but it's just an excuse for Andrew Dice Clay to do his stand-up. And it's so funny. You got Ed O'Neill in the movie in the height of his Al Bundy-ness, playing a detective. And if you look at Ed O'Neill's career in the movies, he's typecast as a cop. Look at almost every movie he's done.
Not a shoe salesman.
No, that's a TV show. But no, then you got the Who's Who. Gilbert Gottfried has a cameo in the movie. But anyway, the main villain in the movie is just randomly, I forget his name, the Vegas dude.
The Vegas dude?
That didn't help.
Tom Jones?
No, that's Tom Jones.
Siegfried and Roy?
Tom Jones. Cool.
Who's the Vegas dude?
Wayne Newton.
Wayne Newton.
Oh.
Yeah.
He is the Vegas.
But
okay, when I said Tom Jones, that's what I was thinking.
But even back then, it's one of the rare movies where Robert Englund plays a regular person, and he's a henchman in the movie. He's hilarious. And he has an English accent, and it's just like a comic relief. Yeah, y'all don't remember any of this?
I've never seen the Ford Fairlane.
Holy
Oh, if I've seen the film.
And I'm campaigning.
I'm familiar with the film.
The movie is out of print on DVD. I never had a Blu-ray. Definitely not a 4K. And I don't know why. The silliest movies are getting these releases.
VHS it is.
Eno will get a hold of it. They'll put it out.
I hope so, because I'll be the first one to buy that shit.
I saw Keno's getting... What did I just see the other day? Keno's getting... Oh, the Queen of the Ring wrestling movie that...
No, really?
Yeah. Finally, after a year, that shit's getting physical.
But
anyway...
Like one of the best distributors for like...
Y'all got me...
You talking about everything but some strangers.
Oh, no, I'm working my way up to that with Rennie Harlin, the director.
That shows you how good they are.
And
he immediately went off topic.
No, what did Rennie Harlin did that? Avengers of Ford Fairlane. David Patrick Kelly is in it too, and we all know who he is.
Good for him.
But so then he does like one of the most awesome movies of all time, Cliffhanger.
And then
he just then that's when he goes on the heart monitor thing, like Randy talks about, Cutthroat Island. But then he comes and he does Deep Blue Sea, and then he does
Island.
He only did one movie with Gina Davis. Long Kiss Goodnight isn't there?
Long Kiss Goodnight.
I'm sorry, Long Kiss Goodnight. No, he does that. Cutthroat Island, Long Kiss Goodnight. And
like known for being...
I don't know if Long Kiss Goodnight is an uptick.
I mean, it's not. It's, if anything, it's even kill.
Okay, I'll give it that.
Cutthroat Island isn't known, like, it's not like a notoriously bad movie.
No, it's just known for being a big flop.
Like flop.
Right.
Oh, God.
That's his legacy, unfortunately, because they spent a lot of money on it. And have you seen it, Randy?
No.
Damn. You said that with the quickest.
No.
But anyway, back to the original Strangers, which was one of it's a sleeper hit, right? It would be considered that. The original one.
It did. That was like the 2008, the summer of like blockbusters, and it was like that and like The Happening both kind of moved like, and we're also...
It came out that weekend in between Crystal Skull and like Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah. God, what a great summer. That was
the
summer of my life.
Yeah, but anyway, and in the 2000s, well, basically, Rennie Harlin just became a director for hire.
Yeah.
And I can't blame him. You know, money is green wherever you get it. But I don't know how he convinced somebody to let him make 3 freaking movies, not back to back to back, film them simultaneously.
Yeah.
And then, and if any of the Strangers, I mean, And I'll let y'all talk and I'll listen, but I do want to put this out there. Y'all can speak on it. So the first one came out of this trilogy. And then
May of
the
24.
second and third one went through extensive reshoots, especially the second movie.
Oh, it's noticeable.
Oh.
And that's why I want y'all to talk about it. I haven't seen the movies I don't want because of y'all, because of Nick's quote. Oh, yeah, by the way, Nick's quote about Rennie Harlan, fuck Rennie Harlan. That's
Fuck it.
So I'm like, yeah, I don't, I'm not really interested in seeing any of these movies.
You should watch them for sure.
Yeah. I mean, not in theaters, not in
Yeah.
theaters.
Yeah.
I'm not spending money or my free credits, but
That was like
the stage is y'all's.
I was like, they committed to making 3 movies, which does not always happen. Sometimes they'll be like, we're planning a trilogy, and then they'll just shit the bed and give up. They committed to putting out 3 movies.
Divergent.
With one overarching story, which even Star Wars couldn't do.
I said that. I said that specifically on YouTube. I'll be mad at Star Wars. I'll be mad at Jurassic World for not having a through line narratively for their fucking trilogy.
At least as big a mess as they all are, I was like, it was like, I feel like they mapped out a story, like a beginning. We're gonna start here.
Right here, we're gonna have the boar ram the car.
Yeah, and then they. So I was like, they committed to putting out 3 movies. I will commit to going to see them. I will see it through because they saw it through.
Dude,
but then again, did they?
The biggest positive I can give this trilogy is that Madeline Petch is mind-blowingly attractive.
All right. It's the movie, so she doesn't do much for me because the movie was so bad that it was like
it's just no, but like it's like in the first one, she wants give them the benefit of the doubt. Our car's fucked up, let them fix it, and then it becomes the movie. It's like there's no wedding. They're on this road trip to like relocate, whatever. They're not like a separated couple,
which is so.
So it's like they're at an Airbnb. Buddy from Always Sunny, like that character isn't in it. The random casualty that takes just shotgun to the face is like the owner of the Airbnb.
That's what I was like. I was making fun of that. Like everything. The first one is the closest thing that you get to being like in the realm of a stranger's movie.
Except it's not just isolated to this house. The whole town is sketchy.
It still goes off the rails, and it's not. But it is the closest thing because, but most of what it is like recreating stuff from that original 2008 movie.
Just more boring.
A little more changes. It's like, okay, they're gonna be in a cabin, but it's gonna be a cabin like right uphill, like right down the hill from a fucking whole town, and there's gonna be a magic motorcycle. Like, fuck, he has to go to the town, and it's like, why? Anyway, I'll get to, but it's like, yeah, it's like we have to do the things, but we have to make minor changes. So it's like in the original Strangers, first thing he does, they get in the house and it's like awkward, like, I'm gonna go take a shower, and he's like, okay, and
I'm gonna eat some ice cream,
and he calls his friend. He's like, dude, I fucked up. Like, this isn't great. Can you get me in the morning or whatever? And Glenn Howerton shows up, and it is established like, oh, that's his friend that he called. And so you're watching it, and you're like, oh, somebody's there to help them. He can help them in theory. Oh, we've got a new person, or oh, he doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't know what he's walking into. It creates a new tension to keep the story rolling. You're not expecting to get his face blown off.
And while he's creeping down the hallway, you see Burlap Sackhead creep up behind him for a second.
Yeah, they're
tension.
Fucking with, like, good. And then you don't expect Scott Speedman is going to be the one to shoot him, and they're upset, like, oh my god, it's television's Glenn Howerton.
In another life, he did fight. In another life, he did fight vampires and werewolves.
Yeah, but it's like this one. They get there, and what is it? The fridge doesn't work.
Something like that. There's something wrong with the Airbnb, and they have to call a guy.
He goes, oh, look, it's Jimmy's number. And she calls him or whatever, and then he comes later and doesn't, like, do anything. But he just gets, like...
So much later.
And she's like, oh, no.
Bro, if it's not the main couple, any other casualty, any other person that pops up in this movie without something on their face is just there to die.
Nothing. It's oh no, oh I think that's Jimmy, and it's like oh no, who the fuck is Jimmy?
In case you guys didn't realize, spoilers for all three of these fucking movies.
Spoilers: Jimmy gets shot. I don't even know if that's his name. That's how unimportant he is. Oh no, oh.
Yeah.
Like, oh, honey, I'm so sorry. It's like, who gives a fuck about Jimmy? Like, there's so much more going on right now.
But he left the vehicle.
But they had two vehicles. It's like, what? It was like they put the motorcycle in there, and then it was like halfway through filming, like, fuck, we have to get rid of the motorcycle. And it's like, you could have just cut the whole thing out with him going back to the town because, like, what?
It's because Scott Speedman left for a second, so this throwaway boyfriend had to leave for a second.
Go back and get a burger with no meat.
And she's a vegetarian.
Because she's a vegetarian. It's like, I guarantee she doesn't want lettuce on a bun. Anyway, fuck you. But it's like, we have to, like, leave her alone for an hour so she can walk around in her underwear. And it's just like, ugh, it sucks. It's like everything about the first one is just like dull, and it's like cliche, like
it's brand name, and it's generic,
like straight to video level, like The Stranger.
2008 is your name brand.
Yeah.
2024 is your great value.
It is literally
right. You get.
Day they would have made this would have been The Strangers 3, and it would have just been like the straight to video, and it's like it's not unwatchable. I guess it's just very straight to video. You would have like shrugged your shoulders and been like, whatever, it's straight to video.
Yeah, but check it out, Derry.
In theaters.
Check it out.
So y'all know the supercut is going to be a thing.
Thanks a lot, Tarantino.
Yeah, fuck it.
So look, I bookmarked this to see what y'all thought about it. The producer. So he said there were actually in the original version two more strangers that were actually shot and fully filmed in the movies.
Fuck it.
Yeah. He said one was called Ghost Skull and the other one was called Witch Face.
Halloween 3 much?
Fuck it.
He said we filmed them. They're going to be included in the extras. And here's another thing.
How?
In redoing and working on these movies, the reshoots, the original stuff, whatever, we have so much deleted material. What I've pitched is we like to do a theatrical for those fans and want to enjoy it theatrically.
I'm a peasant. I'll probably go watch it.
Reshoots, okay. I know they've done reshoots or whatever, so they've chopped and screwed it all up.
Yeah, they deleting characters, and that's red flag.
If you watch all three of these, there's barely 3 strangers.
Yeah.
There are barely 3 of them. Like, they have to basically shoehorn the second girl in there. How could there have been 2 more?
But they give them all backstory.
Like, how did you cut out chunks, but you left the motorcycle thing?
Right, it's like, did you film all 3 movies twice?
Yeah. Like,
it's seemingly, if anything, part 2 and 3, because a month of reshoots for a smaller movie like this, smaller movies, is a lot. You can shoot,
but it's like,
I mean, yeah.
2 explains Tamara. 2 explains how like 2 of these strangers basically grew up together and were fucking crazy, and they were gonna go kill the third one, but she had killed her boyfriend, and they just like brought her in, and then
it's the dumbest shit I've ever seen. Like,
Madeline Petch gets walked on by a 500-pound pig, and her nail polish is still immaculate.
Yeah, we haven't even gone into like Eric really doesn't know. So the first one, that's what it is. Like, the first one does a bunch of cliche shit. They're like driving somewhere, and it's like, I'm hungry, and he's like, well, let's turn on this random road and go to this. Oh, what a cute little town. They go in the diner.
Is it though?
Everyone in the whole town is in the diner at the same time. Everybody who lives there is in the diner, including the cops.
They all look like they incest orgy gangbang every Friday.
They all stare at him like, uh-oh.
Yeah, it's one of those cliche things where somebody walks in and everybody looks.
And the only like real actor in these movies,
He says real actor.
Richard Brake.
is the sheriff of the town.
So he's instantly suspect.
He's not even in the first one. He's
No.
like minor, but I was like, that's famous character actor Richard Brake.
He killed Batman's parents.
Character in this, and then he wasn't in the first one. So I was like,
Oh, Joe Chill, huh?
he's involved. Somehow. I already know that. I'm like, oh, whatever they're doing in this, he's involved because he's an actor. He's a name actor in horror, at least. So, and then that's everything is like, then, you know, they eat their meal. It's really awkward because the people there are all just so like,
So when you gonna put a ring on it? So when you gonna bring me my fucking ketchup?
now I'm waiting for my tuna melt. It's like, you're horrible at acting, all of you. And they go outside and their car won't start. And then there's a fucking, you know, guy with 3 teeth who's like, well, I'm going to fix it for you, Vic. You have to keep your act. And it's like,
Spit.
oh my God, the cliche. And he's like, no, I've heard about this. No, honey, this is a scam, honey. I've heard about this, honey. And it's like, this is the worst movie already. And the little cute waitress drives him up to the house, and you know she's involved. Because why is she like in their business? So you're like immediately you're like she's involved.
All that
somehow.
tattoo shit, that was reshoots.
Yeah, it had to be, and it's so fucking stupid. Oh, you saw that? Oh, you like that?
You like that ink?
Yeah. Oh, oh, you saw that, and it's like a little Walmart smiley face. Oh, you noticed my ink. Oh, you noticed my tats. Yeah, you're not gonna fit in around here. We've all got them, and it's like this little gay tattoos, like those are stupid. Oh yeah. Oh, you saw that, did you? Oh, you caught that.
So for Randy knows it. So for Tracy,
It's been so long, I almost forgot.
Yeah. Now, so for people who we want to clear up. So, for example, the Lord of the Rings trilogy. There's a difference between reshoots and pickups. Pickups are planned.
It's the complete opposite of the trilogy
because
spectrum.
they're shooting so much. There's going to be a need for pickups. That's all. Totally planned. Reshoots usually comes with a negative connotation that, like, damn, this stuff we're putting together.
Hey, Lionsgate, the first movie was ass.
Yeah, it's not making any sense. And then we do test screenings. The scores are coming in low. We got to try to fix this. And yeah.
It's like that Colin Jost. When you add Colin Jost movies to Scarlet shit, it goes down. Reshoots 2 and 3 go down.
Yeah. But like y'all said, it's quite impressive the fact that they were able to, like, hey, we're going to do these 3 no matter what, and then. But I guess that's where it ends. But tell me this. I want y'all to tell me this.
Lionsgate hired writers that didn't understand the first movie.
Yeah.
And that's usually what happens. And it happens with a lot of franchises. They
hadn't seen the first movie.
Yeah. I don't care. I don't think they did a good job. I'm going to improve.
I wanted to know. I wanted to be spoon-fed every answer.
Straight up.
Thing.
Yeah. It doesn't,
they're strangers. We don't need to know them.
Right. There's a difference between a movie being weak with the story because you can't come up with something, and then there's a difference with purposely leaving something ambiguous, like the original Halloween.
Yes.
And we're so far removed from the original Halloween that we don't realize that him being her sister was not a thing. He was just a random-ass crazy dude breaking out and killing babysitters.
No, I'm telling you.
We're so far removed.
He targeted Lori because she was the first person he saw walking up to his house. That's it.
And it would have been fine if they'd have left it. It would have been. It still would have been.
But even
they made, and they were like, we have to explain why he would follow her.
Yeah, but greed is the number one factor.
Hell yeah!
Like, man, The Strangers is a good brand. We need to make. We need to milk it.
Because You Were Home is one of the most unsettlingly,
chillingly
iconic lines. It's on the same level as Because I Want to Know Who I'm Looking At.
Yeah. But check it out. I have to imagine who wrote the first Strangers. I gotta look that up.
A dipshit.
Really?
No, not the trilogy. The
the original.
Yeah.
Byron Berto, or the guy that directed it?
That's a fake one.
He said that's
Yeah.
a fake.
Brian
Why?
Bertino.
Sound like Kill Bill.
He wrote and directed.
Oh man, that's insane.
But it's like Halloween 2. That's a great example. That's a great thing to compare it to. Literally,
But
if you watch chapter 2 of this trilogy, you can compare the first like 20 minutes
Starts in a hospital.
directly to Halloween 2. But the major thing is like, okay, Halloween
They
2,
leave the hospital.
it's like to make a Halloween 2, they had to sit and write out a script, and they had to say, like, what is the reason that he would follow her to this hospital? You know, the first one, he is just a guy in the house, and that is what is scary about the first one.
yeah,
And the first one works. It is one of the most effective, perfect horror movies ever made. What is the reason he would, we would make a second one? We'd have to have Jamie Lee Curtis. We got the guy in his house.
Hey,
He's in the hospital. What is the reason? And then somebody sat,
he's
and
Kobe
made
Bryant
a
in a
big-
mask. Job's not done.
said, her brother, and here's the thing, and it's like, okay, that works at something. The strangers are supposed to be the strangers. It is the thing.
It's
Why?
in the name.
Because you're here. The original, there is nothing deeper to it. There's no deeper meaning. The original was because you're here. And then they did Pray at Night, and they did again to hammer it home. That's one thing that Pray at Night did perfectly, was they kind of changed it up. The girl said, why'd you do this? And she went,
Why not?
why? And it's like, they understood. They understand. That's it. It's like the shoulder shrug. Why not? Fuck you. You're here. And it's like, that's scary.
Yeah.
In a like taking it back to a Halloween comparison, the way that ends was so ass that it made me appreciate Kills more. These
Yes.
3 movies have made me
Damn.
appreciate Pray at Night
That's
more.
saying something.
I didn't love Pray at Night for a long time.
Pray at Night.
It
So
gets
Pray-
better because I know that this trilogy is turd
Yeah.
juice.
What Pray at Night does that's slightly wrong. But it's like you get it to a degree because it is kind of like, The Strangers rocked. It's like we should have like made a franchise out of it. So it was like 10 years later, they were like, let's do another one. But Pray at Night is a little more slashery.
Yeah.
Where The Strangers is not a slasher movie. It isn't. It's like a home invasion. It's more akin to like When a Stranger Calls or something like that. Like,
Yeah.
It's in the
he's in
name.
the house. Somebody's in the house. That's what is scary about
It's
it.
in the name.
The fact that there's two victims throughout the whole movie. So it's not like they're dispatching people.
If
Yeah.
anything, it was. I mean, they gotta give them credit. They had to market it as a slasher, even though it's not.
It's like
Yeah.
it's not. Like it's like what is scary is that they are in the house fucking with you and you don't know that they're in the house. And that's what's scary. Her standing in the living room with the dude just like,
Creepy as fucking shit.
and it's like that's so much scarier than it's not like the way that they're killing them. And the ending of the film, almost 20-year-old spoiler alert for anybody. It's like, oh, it's so gnarly. Like to this day when I watch it, I'm like, oh, that's fucked up. Oh, that's gnarly. Oh, they got him. That's fucked. It isn't fun. You
No.
want rooting for the bad guys. It's not a slasher movie. It's like Funny Games or When a Stranger. It's something like that where it's just like, oh, fuck. Pray at Night is a little more slashery. Like they're chasing them all around. And,
Yeah.
there's big like set pieces like the pool scene,
Yeah.
which is awesome. A great scene, but it's like a slasher movie scene. Like it's like, oh, the pool scene. Or the
Yeah. They leaned into it definitely.
and it's like the Strangers one doesn't really have that. But
Johannes
Pray
Roberts.
keeps the vibe though. Like it's really you get to know the family.
Coming soon, Primate from the director of Strangers Pray at Night.
It was good.
But
yeah.
Get to know the family.
Rennie
And so-
Harlan didn't give us any of that
Oh.
across 3 movies.
No, that's and it's like
Yeah.
rooting for the family. Oh, it's bleak. Oh, he got him. Oh, that's fucked up. So you're rooting for him, and it had like kind of like a slightly more upbeat ending.
So
But
I
like
want y'all to tell me this
slasher movies.
Tell me why.
straight out. No, straight up. I mean, it's insane, unbelievable. A trilogy. like I'm going back to a better trilogy, probably one of the best of all times.
Back to the Future.
Yeah, you know what? Why not?
I just tapped into Eric's matrix and hijacked his thoughts.
Right. You just incepted me. You know what? Why the hell not?
And I'm asleep right now.
Robert Zemeckis said something. The secret to making a good sequel is it has to be same but different.
But still the same.
Okay. He literally basically said that. He literally basically said that.
That's
but
exactly
he said
what Back to the Future Part 2 is.
Yes, but he said you have to give it something else. He said it's the ultimate
more Michael J. Fox.
Yeah. It's basically the ultimate Leonardo DiCaprio finger snap from Back to the Future 2. They're going back to where they've already been, but it's extra stuff.
To the
like
future.
He's climbing over himself. And this is you're giving more of the same, but you're adding some. Back to the Future Part 3, a lot of people didn't like it at first because it was it got somewhere and it stayed there. But it's been reevaluated, and it's actually a good damn Western.
Hell yeah.
But I want to ask y'all this about The Strangers, the trilogy. Is it which one has to be just better than the other? I mean, 1, 2, 3. Like I'll say, now go ahead, Nick.
Not really. Like we were talking about this. Like
yeah, that's terrible.
Talking about, I ended 3. 3 went up, and I was like, that sucked. And then I said to my friend, I was like, that may have been the best of the 3.
Yeah, I've heard that before. Just by comparison, though.
She said, well, I'd probably put the first one simply because it was the closest thing
to the original,
like being like a Strangers movie. And I was like, you're right. Like I was, because the other 2 are not. And I was like, maybe to the point that I might not have even hated them that much if they'd have just been something else. Like if they'd have written it out as like a new slasher thing, it's still not very good. There's still so much about chapter 2 in particular that's like, holy fuck, this is bad. But like, had it been its just own thing, like small town slasher, I'd been like, well, whatever, it's watchable, I guess. But like the fact that it is The Strangers and it so fundamentally misunderstands like what was effective about the original is like crazy. By the time you get to chapter 2, it's like, holy shit, they don't understand this at all. Like going back to like Halloween 2 is like, we have to make a sequel. We have to make money. There has to be a reason for them to be doing this. You get to chapter 2 of The Strangers, and it starts a very similar way. She's, at the end of The Strangers chapter 1, her and her boyfriend get tied to the chair, and they get knifed in the belly. Spoilers.
It's 20 years. Spoilers.
What happens, and it's what happens in the new one. And then the girl wakes up in a hospital. Like she lived, and for some reason her guy didn't. And chapter 2 starts in the hospital, and she's in the hospital. And the strangers show up to the fucking hospital. They were through the hospital. And it's like not a bad sequence. Like it starts off fast paced and it's like, okay. But it's like, what reason? She is not from this town. She does not know who did it. She does not know why they did it. At what point wouldn't they just leave her alone? Like be like, shit, we screwed up. Whatever. They chase her all through, and you go to find out it's because it's a whole thing that they've been doing and nobody's ever survived before. But it's like, okay, so what? Like, she doesn't live there. And it's like, well, she's the stranger all along. And it's like, fuck that. That's not what they are, the strangers. That is the thing. You were at your house enjoying your time or whatever you're doing in your house, and we are going to come fuck up your night. We are strangers. We are here to fuck up your night. And why not? Because why not?
I'm curious with all of this deleted footage and the reshoots, if this supercut version will actually improve upon the so-called trilogy.
No.
I'm like, how could it though? Because the bones of the story have to be But it's like so many things in part 2 that I'm like, maybe that was a reshoot, but like it doesn't make any sense. You know, she escapes the hospital, right? And it's raining. She's running through the woods. She's being chased. And like, you know, Randy has seen it. So we know who the strangers are now.
Sadly.
So it's like, we know who is wearing the sack, chasing her through the hospital, right?
But
we know who that is doing it. Hear me out. We know the guy who was chasing her through the hospital. She manages to leave the hospital, run through the woods, run out into the street, and right as she runs out to the street, a car comes and stops, and it is her nurse that was just helping her in the hospital, right? It's her nurse, some shit. She gets in the car and immediately starts freaking out. And it's like, why are you freaking out? Why do you think that you were in danger in this car? You were just in the hospital being chased by 2 people. You are now outside soaking wet. You think those 2 people stopped chasing you and were like, fuck, get the car. Went around, got the car, drove all the way around and stopped at the exact moment you ran out into the street. You got wet. You were soaking wet. Okay, fine. Yeehaw. Then they pick up 2 guys, one of whom it turns out is the guy that was chasing her through the hospital.
It's so
but it's, where did that other guy come from?
Reshoots.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, it's the most, and it's so obvious. It's like, Jesus Christ, is this really like, that's just reshoot? Okay, we're going to have him walking along the side of the road, obviously like this.
Damn.
What are you looking at? And all this stuff. And it's like, okay, obvious suspect. So you're like, okay, these guys are too obvious of suspects. Surely it can't be any of them. But she jumps out of the car anyway. So she jumps out of the car, goes back into the woods, runs through the woods, finds a perfectly conveniently placed broke down car in the middle of the woods. Like, oh, it's a broke down car. What's that doing here? Just didn't enough time for her to hear the fucking hoods. And she's like, what's that? Let me get in this car so I can protect myself from whatever this is.
Pumbaa.
And then it's a fucking like warthog. I swear to Christ, in the middle of the woods, like a boar.
You can be a big pig too. Oi!
It's fucking Pumbaa, and he's hitting the car for like no reason. Like at no point is it ever like,
why would you let him out if he wasn't just gonna hit the car? It's Oscar worthy.
It sounds
writing.
like it sounds like
but
like
the
you said
strangers
earlier.
released the pig and trained him to sniff out this car. We just didn't see it.
What the fuck is that? And it's never mentioned again. Like at no point.
No, which means
like, oh, Jerry. Like no.
Which means like, that you touched on. That sounds like having been part of this process. That sounds like not enough excitement throughout the movie. We have to add something in these reshoots, and it makes no sense.
What if she got attacked by him? Or something
that's a test screening score thingy. Oh, it gets boring in the middle for long stretches. But like we got to add something.
2 is an hour-and-a-half long chase scene anyway.
And the Strangers is at some point like the Strangers from 2008 would have been like, fuck this, we're a little out of our depth here. Let's go to the next house. Because
they don't know. The OG iconic good classic Strangers kept everything contained to one house. These idiots have a whole town.
Yeah, so, it's like that's where like Prey at Night, like when you compare it to the original,
trailer
it's like
park
all over this like trailer park and like hiding in different places, and it becomes flashery.
Yeah,
it's pretty good. I think it's a well-made, well-acted, effective horror movie.
So I'm curious because y'all can't review, we can't review it like this on Letterboxd. As a whole, the trilogy, the new one, what's the star rating?
Like a 2.
Damn.
If 2 of them 2 stars, and I gave Chap.
I give 1 and 2 a 2.5 because coming out of 2, it's the same kind of bullshit I expected, But I gave 3 a flat 2.
Dude, chapter 2 was so bad.
So an average 2.
Yeah.
Chapter 2,
Damn.
what happens in chapter 2 is so dumb.
3 is just some of the most dull shit I've ever seen.
3, I wouldn't call it dull.
Well, you'd be
That's why
wrong.
I gave it like I was like, I wouldn't even call chapter 2 dull. Chapter 1 is dull. Chapter 1 is nothing.
They're all 3 dull.
But I was like, 2 is a lot going on. But it gets, like Eric said, it was like they were like, well, we got to add, so there's nothing happening here. Let's add a fucking warthog.
We're attacking a car.
It's just like the dumbest shit.
Dude, she ends up in this church in 3. A little blood on the face, immaculate fingernail polish.
Yeah, she still looks great.
I don't know why she went to the church. I've already forgot.
But
then guess who walks in? The only fucking guy that could possibly walk in.
Yeah.
Burlap Sackhead dude.
And
like, because 2 ended with her like running over with one of the girls with a truck. So they're just like, I killed your guy, you killed my girl, we're even. I've been doing this for this long. Richard Brake is his dad, sheriff of the town, and he's this fucking like watered down again, generic ass fucking Dexter type of motherfucker, but with no good intentions at all. And he's just like confessing his fucking life story and shit. 2 and 3 have all these flashbacks that we're supposed to give a fuck about. We don't.
It's just it's like it's not even just flashbacks. It's like starting so like immediate. Both 2 and 3 do things where they show their hand way too early, and it's like, what the fuck? It's like, okay,
why is he talking about all this shit 5 minutes into the movie?
You're insisting on making it a whodunit type of movie, which what The Strangers is.
We know who done it.
The point is who's doing this, and it's like, fuck you. That's who's doing this.
Yeah,
doing this. Look at us. We're doing it to you.
So
it sucks. You don't know us. It insists on making it like a whodunit thing.
But then Edge's entrance music hits. You think you know me.
The 2 starts out immediately. Immediately. When 2 starts, it shows you that it's the waitress from the diner is like one of the girls.
Yeah.
She's the who's knocking on the door going, is Tamara here? And then like leaving. And it's like, oh, okay. Oh, this is the waitress the whole time.
Is the hotel chick in 3 the other girl?
And it's like, what's her name, Randy? What's her name?
Hotel girl that was scouting this one room to kill people the whole time.
That's terrible. What's her name?
It's like, oh, she was nameless. The 3rd girl was not important at all. It's like, so you come to find out.
She wasn't.
2, like immediately when 2 starts, see that it's like the waitress is one of the girls. And throughout 2, you see like flashbacks of them when they were kids, and they keep showing it. You know, like a TV show or a movie will like start with a flashback.
Jasmine.
Kind of peeling the layers like, okay, here's something kind of happening, and it's building up to something like really happening, right?
Yeah.
Flashbacks, and we're gonna peel the onion. But it's like immediately when they start doing these flashbacks, you just kind of know like where it's headed. Like,
which makes, let me ask you this, it makes it sounds like the flashbacks were reshoots also.
Probably
they had to have been.
Like nothing. They're like stretch these out like butter.
Walk the streets and find some kids.
Like, man, our audience is not smarter than we are. We got to explain it to them more, even more than more.
Yeah.
We got a little bit of butter, and we got a lot of bread. So we're going to put the butter.
Yeah. Oh, my God. That is insane.
And it's like, it's like, okay, they're little Mormons like at this school or whatever. And they're playing a game like, is Tamara here? And they knock on the door, and it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then like he ends up killing a girl with a rock, and then the boy is like,
I'm glad Nick is explaining it the way he's explaining
my first boner.
Oh.
And he said this, and with filmmaking,
I'm surprised like he remembers this much.
Yeah, no, I'm glad he does.
I'm starting to forget all 3 of these movies already.
Because it explains what a problem is, like Nick said. The bones of it, and where does it start? Because there's no bones. There's throughout the history of movies, there's examples of finding a good and even great movie sometime in the edit.
Not in this edit.
But when the script starts out weak,
Yeah.
there's nothing you can do about it. And I think that's what they tried to do with the reshoots, and they just couldn't find it, and they made it. It probably was an even worse
It could have.
trilogy, and they just made it from worse to mediocre.
That's what I want. They talk about like Suicide Squad.
No,
I mean, they did the best, unless they just had to totally reshoot. Because the irony, check this
mediocre
out.
is a compliment.
There's an irony too with Rennie Harlan, or we know about the two versions of the Exorcist prequel. Rennie Harlan, there's the Minion prequel to the Exorcist, and then there's the Exorcist, the beginning. And then they went and hired Rennie Harlan to fix,
Yeah, and like,
which is funny.
You know you're fucked up, right?
And neither movies.
neither one is that great. Like Paul Schrader, I guess,
Yeah, Paul Schrader. Yeah,
like a more renowned filmmaker. Neither of those movies is that great. I don't think either of them is like unbelievably bad either, but like
yeah.
they're both like on par. So it's like, why did you even do this?
Oh, but let's leave it on a happy note. At least I want to. This is funny. Do you all The Strangers 2008?
We still got a half hour.
Oh, good. I want it because I got to. Do y'all know the Richard Pryor connection?
The Richard Pryor connection to the original Strangers?
Yeah, legendary stand-up comedian, actor.
Can't say that I do.
And not even you, Nick.
He froze.
He's trying to. So I'll tell you this. So Richard Pryor, one of his stand-up movies. What is it? It's Richard Pryor Live on Sunset Strip.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't Scott Speedman watching it or some shit?
Oh no. It's there's technically a connection. I imagine the writer of the 2008 Strangers had to have seen it. So, 1982 is when this stand-up came out. It came out theatrically, one of the first stand-ups to do this. Richard Pryor tells a story of he and Gene Wilder filming a movie in prison called, what is it called?
Crazy.
Hear no
Stare
evil, see
Crazy.
no
Thank
evil?
you.
I don't
Know that.
So they were filming Stare Crazy in an actual prison in Arizona. And this is one of his best bits in the movie. And he was like, Richard Pryor is explaining this. They were filming. He's like, man, I went there and I saw all these black people in the prison, which is funny. He said, because ain't no black people in Arizona. And he didn't say black people, but you can imagine what he said.
You can say what he said.
No, so they were in prison. And he said, Richard Pryor is saying about him, so he said, man, I was naive. And I'm like, man, all these brothers. And like, man, the struggle, like, I can't believe all my brothers. And he said he went there and for 10 minutes, and he said, thank God we got penitentiaries. And here's coming up, it's wrapping up. But Richard Pryor said, I was talking to this dude named, called him Big Bo. And I was like, man, why'd you kill everybody in the house? And he said, they was home.
That's just somebody watched that went.
I gotta imagine.
Light bulb.
I gotta imagine that he saw this.
Even this trilogy could not understand that just very simple thing. Like,
Right. Like they was home.
What made this scary? What made this movie stand out in a sea of movies similar to it? I mean, you have home invasion movies, When a Stranger Calls, You're Next, all these like tons of movies that are kind of like,
Yeah.
what made The Strangers stand out? It was like you had those masks.
Yeah. You know what? Let's cleanse.
They were simple.
Thank you, Nick. Let's cleanse this episode. Let's name better.
I still got some grievances with 3.
That's what I got into 3. 3 shits the bed.
Bro, there are at least 2 scenes where they allude to Madeline Petch, our protagonist, and the burlap sackhead dude having this like weird sexual tension.
And it's like, why?
Exactly.
Like, what the strangers do? Maybe. In like the 2008 one, though, they aren't like rubbing up on one another.
Exactly.
They're like, here, take the knife.
No. The mid-credit scene to 2 is basically a teaser trailer for 3. And it like
mid-credit thing, but
they make it look like Madeline Petch and Richard Brake are gonna like convolute this plan to take down the strangers by her infiltrating the group. That's not what happens at all.
Oh,
Boy, you could tell they was just throwing shit at the wall.
Exactly.
At some point.
Like, they make her put a mask on and, like, be the third, like, replace the girl she
let
killed.
it be known, that would have been stupid too. Like, if that had been the plot, that would
But
have
when she's in the motel and they're terrorizing these people in this one specific room, she kills the other girl.
yeah.
But then they're driving away, and Crazy in Love is just playing.
It's Crazy on You by Heart.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. But if they can get the Strangers wrong, I can get the song title wrong.
I was like, Beyonce?
But she goes back to, like, their hideout, their cave. She kills Richard Brake, and then
The only thing, chapter 3, I was like, you know what? Fuck around. She went back and shot Richard
I'm
Brake.
telling you, because I was texting y'all live in the moment. Like, she just looked at the shotgun like, no, I'm not going to get away safely and just go start a new life. I'm going to kill them. And then she goes back to their little fucking den. She finds, like, all this, like, Tamra shrine, candles, stupid shit. And it's like, they're just standing there. You took everything from me. You took everything from me. I have a tattoo. I'm super tall and I can't act. I thought at the very least they were about to kiss because they were super fucking close. But it was like, it'd be on brand for these 3 movies, and it made no fucking sense. As like, if they kiss, if they fuck, if they do anything intimate, I'm giving this shit lower than a 2. They didn't. It got the 2. That's why I put 3 under 1 and 2, because they teased the good guy and the bad guy fucking. And
the Rise of Skywalker, when you were hoping like Rey and Kylo Ren weren't gonna kiss, and you were like, God, I hope they don't kiss.
Don't compare it to Star Wars.
Like, fuck, that's just.
I really like the Rise of Skywalker.
It's not a horrible movie otherwise, but it was like at the end, I remember having that thought, like, I hope they don't kiss.
Oh, God. You remind me of Entourage. The dude was like, I like Midian. Well, you're a fucking idiot.
That's what it is, though. It's like.
But then she just gives him the quick little poke.
Yeah,
fuck these movies.
3.
So.
Fucking 3. 3. So 3, again, just like 2, like, it shows its hand way too early, because you're thinking there's no way the dude could actually be Sackhead. At least that's what I was thinking.
No.
In 2, so chapter 2, again, she's on the run. She runs up. Chapter 2 sucks. Chapter 2, she goes back to the cabin, which, okay, we're talking like it's maybe been a few days. It has to have been. She's still in the hospital. She's still all cut up. It has maybe been a handful of days, tops.
2 max.
She runs back to this cabin, and it looks like it's been abandoned for years. Like, there's leaves in it, and their police tape is, like, cut. And it's like, oh, it's abandoned or whatever. She goes in there, and she's like, oh, Ryan. Oh, Ryan's her husband or whatever. Guy there, he goes, whoa. You must be her or whatever. And he's like, I'm here. I'm looking into why the police aren't doing anything about these murders. And I was like, why is this random character here? And then he's there for 30 seconds. He's like, come on, get in my truck. And then he gets shot. And it's like, what the fuck was that even? So then it's chased through.
Every external character is just in these movies to die.
Yeah. It's something when she went to the barn. Remember the barn? She went to the barn, and there was a lady at the barn, and the barn was like, Sheriff's not going to help you because he's... And then she gets shot.
Yes. That's like that one little split second where I compare the 2 to, like, Friday the 13th Part 3.
It was so...
They start to vaguely tease that the sheriff is in on it.
He's hiding in the horse stall and finds a pitchfork and stabs one of the girls in the leg.
All the strangers are fucking Daryl Dixon with a crossbow.
Yeah, like,
damn,
so bad. Chapter 2 is considerably worse than Chapter 1, in my opinion. Like, 2 is so stupid.
And 3,
like,
what is?
They mention a sister in 1. The sister comes in 3. Guess, just to die.
Yeah, but
why the fuck did the bodyguard tell them to get in that fucking trailer?
did they even refer to her as her sister?
Yeah.
Because maybe I was like watching it and I was like, that's her friend.
No, when they get in the diner, they say, my sister-in-law was attacked. Yeah.
I get shot. She's on the run. She's like, help, help, help. And she finds, in this little hick town that is like a mile long, where they talk about how like 400 people live there, and it's the tiniest little town, and we're all like rednecks. We live in this little town.
There's one mansion.
The nicest, like, glass lake house.
Like, send help type shit.
Yeah, she finds the most beautiful house. Oh, help me, help. And who is it in the house? It's the people who picked her up on the road a half hour ago. And it's like, oh, it's you. So again, horror movie rules, you're like, okay, it can't be these people. It's red herring. They're throwing you off the scent.
Oh, Rennie Harlan's changing up the rules.
You had suspicions of them, and now it's like, oh, shows to Goya, you jumped out of our car, and now we're helping you again. So it's like, okay, fine. She's in this house full of people, and it's the dude, he's like drinking. He's like,
she's in her drawers, though.
Like, what are you looking at? She was. That was cool.
Yes.
Thank you.
But like, there's a bathroom in this room she's in. And
yeah.
Like, she blocks the door, but one of the strangers is already in there.
Yeah, like, what is the point of it? Like, why would they pick her up and, like, tend to her wounds and do any of it? And he's, like, go out, he's, like, drinking, he's like, ugh.
Right?
All that, oh, my tat.
If they all know, if the whole town knows, why would they make it look like they wanted to help her in the first place?
It makes no sense. It makes no sense. And like he goes into a room and like they have this like awkward conversation, and he's like, "What was your favorite part?" or whatever. And she's like, "I thought I was gonna kill him," and he's like, "Yeah, you were gonna kill him, yeah." Look at my tat. And then like he storms out. And, like, the way they talk is, like, not a way you talk to people. Like, they're referred by name.
Absolutely
like,
not.
Gregory, leave the poor girl alone, Gregory. That's just Gregory. He's harmless. He hates the world. He's Gregory. Then Gregory, like, storms out. He's like, fuck. And he, like, leaves. And you see him drive away. She's like, Gregory, don't. And he, like, leaves. So you're thinking, okay, it isn't Gregory. He's a dick. But, like, that's going to be the thing. It's a cliche to do that. In and of itself, it's a cliche. Like, the dickhead character that you think is a suspect, but he's actually got the heart of gold and he's going to help you out. That's where my mind was going. Sucks. But it's because he's lived here his whole life or some shit.
No.
So it's like, can't be him. He left, right? And then she's at the house, and then the strangers break into the house, and they kill everyone else in the house. And it's like, oh, shit. Somebody find Gregory. He'll help.
Shit, it's the cops.
Chapter 3 starts.
Chapter 3 starts.
It's like on the run. She goes and she finds this little church. She goes into the church and immediately walks. I made fun of it in the theater. I was like, and she walks up to the piano and goes, bing. It's like, why the fuck did she do that? Why? Why wouldn't you just like go hide or sit? Be with your thoughts. Be with Christ. Anything. She goes up to the thing and goes, bing. It's like, why?
Oh my goodness.
Why are you making noise? And then Gregory, I'm saying that's his name. I don't know if that's his name. It is. Yeah. Walks in like, hey, so you made it. So you're alive. It's like, you know that I made it. You chased me here. Because he goes, don't worry. There's no masks here. And it's like, in the first 5 minutes of the movie, it's like, okay, so we're admitting that you're him?
In the first act, he just outs himself. It makes no fucking sense.
You're Sackhead? We're doing this bullshit whodunit thing, and we don't even get the pleasure of like it was me the whole time.
Jacques.
And it makes no sense because the whole thing, so up to this point, the whole thing, it's like Richard Brake talks about how like they were like, Jesus, Sheriff, it's a goddamn massacre, Sheriff. You know, cops, how they talk. And he's like, It's only ever supposed to be.
But in 3, we get the trial
4.
from the school murder.
And okay, another thing that they did in chapter 3 that at first it's like they show a flashback and it's Richard Brake in a courtroom, and you think, oh wow, that's pretty good de-aging. They straight up lifted footage of his face from Batman Begins and superimposed it onto somebody else's body.
Is Eric crying?
That is 100.
No.
And I was like, wow, that looks exactly like him, like younger in a courtroom. And I was just
Chill,
like,
Joe.
fucker. And I looked it up and I was like, they took the footage from Batman Begins
In a courtroom.
and like superimposed it. Like, okay, let's just have AI put a cop outfit on him or whatever. It is just that. Like, he looks up and that don't change what I did. And it was like, it's him. I was like, they did it. They just did it. They just changed his mouth. Anyway, so that was a thing. And it's like, it's so bad. I was like, we don't even get at the end of chapter 2, she is killed. And I'll tell you how bad it is. She kills one of the girls. There's 2 girls and a guy, strangers. And she kills one of the girls. She manages to like kill her in the ambulance. And
The waitress girl.
they have this moment where he's like holding her and he's like, no. And they take the mask off and it's the little waitress. And my friend I was with went, who is that? I was like, waitress.
You can't blame her if she fell asleep.
Like, it's the waitress. It didn't matter.
You can't blame her if she fell asleep. That's okay.
I was like, see, the reveal didn't matter because they already did it earlier in the movie. And,
So the fun stuff. I guess I don't know if they're gonna try and do this again, but when it all comes down to it, I don't think they necessarily. Even part 3 is doing horribly at the box office.
doing well. I don't know.
Its total gross is its worldwide gross is $70 million.
That's what it deserves.
Yay for Lionsgate.
That's
That's what the fuck you get.
But there's a big but though.
Like J-Lo, Kardashian, Shakira.
Oh, so each movie cost around $8 million to make if they wanted to break it down.
D-Generation X.
So
Break it
the
down.
total budget between the 3 is around $25 million, not counting the reshoots.
That tracks.
But the first one made $35 million domestically, and it made $48 worldwide. That's probably going to cover
all 3.
Yeah.
Shit. Damn it.
Yeah, the second one made $21 million worldwide, and the third one is just doing horribly.
Get ready for 4.
People didn't even know the third one was coming. Like, they didn't even market it.
No, they did. They dumped it. They dumped it.
Yeah.
Because
that's
it
what
was
I'm telling
tracking.
you. That's what we were saying before we hit record. Initially, all 3 of these were supposed to be released over like a course of like 18 months.
Right.
One was Dookie, so they backtracked on that shit. 18 months later, we got 2.
That had to have been what it was.
And it did so bad, they were just like, fuck it, release 3 as soon as we can.
Right.
They had to have been doing reshoots. That had to have been why it took like a year and a half.
Yeah, that's right.
But the director, he wants to put out this supercut.
Why?
He said for 2 weeks. Yeah.
Maybe I'll watch it. If it gets a physical or something, or it comes out to like streaming, maybe I'll watch it one day. But like, it can't be like, how much of it could you change? Because even like the Snyder cut, it's like you watch the theatrical versus the original, and it's like, yeah. They swooped in and they changed a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But there is a lot of it. Like, there was more when I watched the Snyder cut. There was like more of it that I was like, oh, this was the
it's 2 different. Yeah,
I was like, well, okay, this part was in it. Okay, there's, like I said, the bones
different
are there. It's like there's. I was like, I'm watching this. I'm like, I can't imagine a version of this
that's better.
Even if it was like more competently made, it's like you're still misunderstanding.
Yeah.
What was effective about it? Like, the whole fucking thing is like, find out how.
But I know y'all at least have to be curious about the other two. I mean, the fact that you just delete 2 whole characters.
I can't imagine a movie with 5 strangers.
What would have been the point? It wouldn't have made much more sense than, he was walking along the highway. And it's like, he would have been Sackhead. So he's who was chasing her through the hospital. So he went like, all right, let's go around and then walk through. And it's like the whole thing everyone is stuck on throughout all three movies are like, holy shit, she survived? No one's ever survived. Holy shit, what's going on? They've only ever done this to tourists. They've only ever done it to strangers that don't live here.
Yeah.
They're just randomly killing people all throughout all three movies.
In October 2023 at New York Comic Con, Harlan stated that there are plans to develop additional films beyond the Strangers trilogy. The filmmaker acknowledged that the trilogy culminates into one cohesive story while the plot may continue afterward.
Fuck it.
He later stated that the ending of 3 is intentionally has a cliffhanger ending to homage the final scene of the original film, but also set up future installments.
It doesn't do that.
It doesn't.
The ending is stupid. No, the ending makes no sense.
No.
They really like end it. Like I said, like that's why I think I gave 3 like a 2, because I was like, for all intents and purposes, even though it doesn't make sense, and they are just killing random people all throughout the movie, and it's all this fire and shit. It was like at the end of the movie, it makes no sense. Like they like kind of like kidnap her or whatever, and like put the mask on, and she does nothing. Like
no,
at no point. It's like, okay, so they go and they find like a random couple, and they track the couple to go to this motel, and it's like the same room number, and it's like, is that significant? I guess not, but it's the same room number as when they were little kids and they tracked the girl and the guy to the motel. Anyway, it's like significant, but it's a detail that you put in. And so they go to and they stranger them, they
basically
whatever. And the main girl's standing there like in a mask. He's like, do it, kill one of them, do it. And she was like, and it's like, say no. Be like, no, I will not do that. No, I can't do that. No, I don't want to be here. I'm so sorry. Run for your life. Anything, any words. And she's just like,
oh boy.
And it's like, anything, do anything. You don't want to be there. Why are you like frozen? My friend was like, well, she was scared. And I was like, you would have been like, no, I'm not going to do it. Kill me. Do something. I'm not going to kill random innocent people. I'm not going to do that. So then she kills the other girl. There's the third stranger girl
in that room.
She kills her. We don't learn her name. She doesn't get like a crazy backstory. We get a little flashback about how she came to be.
Yeah.
And they dispatch of her so fast.
She's the third wheel.
And the movie goes on or whatever, and then he like kills her sister, her sister shows up with husband who we've never met, and fucking tracker guy, this large man who's just like with them, and he's basically like, that show Tracker with Hartley, like he's basically that guy. Like he's like everything he does is Tracker. Like he's like got a flashlight and a gun. Like every time he's like,
yeah, I know it.
Flashlight and gun. And it's like, who the fuck is this guy? Well, he gets killed really fast, and then the sister and the husband, they get killed, and then like Sackhead just like leaves her in the truck. He's like, here, take the truck, take this gun, and go. And it's like, why? Why does she get to leave after all this? Why didn't you just leave?
You killed her sister and then you just let her go.
Yeah, it's still not even. It's like, okay, why didn't you just leave her at the hospital? You killed her husband. Like, that's bad enough. Left her a gun. For what? So then she's driving away and she's like, no, I'm going to end this. And she does like a skirt, like turns around.
And all for nothing. So what is, out of all the movies?
5 minutes.
It's only February. How many movies have y'all seen this year theatrically?
A lot.
Ocho.
So really?
I've watched like 20 movies. Not all of them theatrically, but I've seen.
But theatrically, because the question is for the only one.
And it is without a doubt still like the bottom of my list.
All right. So is the worst so far? I mean, it's February.
It could be beat. But like Chapter 2.
I know it will, but I'm just saying so far, yeah.
Chapter 2 was the worst movie I watched last year.
Yeah, this year so far.
But Chapter
Chapter 3
so far is also the worst. But it could, I could watch something worse than that.
It's gonna happen. Trust me, it's too early.
I don't think for me.
Really?
Yeah, I think Strangers Chapter 3 will be my worst movie of 2026.
I won't be surprised if it is, but it's like very early. Like there could be.
Yeah, I've seen 8 movies in the theater this year.
I'd be like, oh, that's worse.
Oh man! So now that that's out the way, we hopefully got better things to look forward to.
I hope you go out and watch these films. I want you to go out and start them.
We got 5 minutes.
Watch 1, 2, and 3, and finish. Then let us know what you thought about them, because I know people that liked them. There
Straight
are people
up.
that enjoyed this trilogy.
Drop a comment. Let us know if we're tripping. And y'all think that the Strangers trilogy from Rennie Harlan is some masterpiece fucking art, let us know. Call us ugly. Tell us we stink. Whatever. Because we going to be back in 2 weeks, probably hitting y'all with some Scream spoilers.
How much time?
4 minutes.
Oh, good. That's more than enough. Because I want to say this. There's always somebody who likes something that seemingly is horrible, but
everything released is somebody's favorite thing.
But let me say this: there used to be a person on this podcast who used to say something. A lot of people say this, and I hate how they hang on it. They say, "Oh, film is subjective." Yes, it is, but people say that as an end-all, be-all. While film is subjective, our opinion, the judgment of art, including movies and film, can be judged objectively, and a lot of people don't realize that because some shit is just shit.
Like The Strangers.
Yeah, and so you can
chapter 1, 2, and 3.
And people don't want to, I don't like it. Why? Because I don't like it. Then you can't articulate yourself. Yeah. So that's all I want to say. Because, man.
Hours talking about, I don't like it.
Oh, well. Yeah. I'll be back. I'll put a wrap on this. And like I said, in 2 weeks, I don't know what 14 days from now is. It's probably March 1st, but that's Scream weekend, and that's what we're going to get into in 2 weeks. It's Rec League. Yo, Rand Diggity. Never gave a shit if you digging me. Because I know when I spit, I leave the room frigidly. Light the fire just to keep Santa out the chimney. Too authentic. Out here, I am what y'all pretend to be. Eastsider like Snoop homies. Circle small, truly, only a few know me. The rest of y'all certifiably jabronis. Just a smorgasbord of hype beast and mashed up pop culture baloney. It's the lazy and the disappointing to try to criticize the greats. From a fucking keyboard, though. Ain't ever say it to a face. I don't know why y'all try, can't match my Indiana pace. Valentine came and went and y'all couldn't bag any dates. When it come to the raps, I show my ass. Enjoy the nudity. Ain't even got to prove to me I'm unfazed by anything that y'all do to me. I am better than you and he, true indeed. I continue to get the cheese snacking off of this charcuterie. And chill till the next episode.